Hello. In this video we are going to start by explaining this problem that comes from the Dwite contest. The Dwite contest no longer runs. It was a wonderful team programming contest back in the day, but unfortunately it stopped a while ago. But you can still find all their problems, which are nice computer science logic problems. So I suggest you take a moment, pause the video, and take a read of the problem if you haven't read it yet. Alright, what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about the problem theoretically, and then there's going to be two more videos. The first video is going to be an implementation in Python with a little bit more information about different approaches, and the second implementation is just going to be the efficient implementation using Java. So when I first read this problem, this is how I thought about doing it. And to be honest, this is why I love teaching computer science, because it was about 10 minutes before a student kind of popped their hand up and politely told me they had a much better way of doing it, which is always wonderful to hear as a teacher. So what we need to do is find the root of a string. And what the root means is that is the substring that makes up the rest of the string. And two things that we can think about. If we start with the smallest string, we can exit as soon as we find the root property holds true, because if we take a string of length 1 and we find that root property holds true, we don't need to check 2, 3, 4, etc. So we want to start with our smallest root. The second thing is we're going to inspect the remaining string in increments equal to the length of the root string. And so what I mean by that is if you look at this example down here, our first run we're going to take that as our possible root, and then we're going to check it against the rest of the letters. The increment in this first case is going to be an increment of 1, but we have to check if each one of these is an A. When we get to our second root that we want to test, we're going to increment by 2 because we need to check if CA is the root and if BC is the root, which it obviously isn't. And our third run, where our root is now a 3-letter word, we're going to check it in increments of 3. So the way that I'm going to do this initially, and again, this is not the best way to do it, but it's a nice exercise in understanding, is we're going to do this with a 2-loop system. The external loop is going to generate the check value. That is, it's going to systematically pull out the root that we're going to inspect. So our external root, the first time the loop runs, is going to pull out A, the second time it's going to be AB, and the third time it's going to be ABC. The internal loop is going to actually then take whatever the root that we pulled out and check it against the rest. So the internal root will take A and compare it against all of those. It will take AB and compare it against those, and it will take ABC and compare it against those. So now that we understand the problem, in the next video we're going to code a solution in Python. Hope this helped.